Hello again. Back on September the 30th, 2015, I posted Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Only papers survived. Really? A viewer wrote, Gabe, I urge you to watch the video link I posted below. The crash of PSA 1771 was almost identical to Shanksville, and in it, the documenter explains why only lightweight material was spread around. Well, Terry, the only thing that was spread around at Shanksville was identification from one stewardess who supposedly called her husband. There wasn't a fingernail. There wasn't any lightweight material. There was nothing. So, think what you like. I do. And all I try to do is present the facts. That never happened. Flight 93 never crashed at Shanksville. No airplane hit the Pentagon. There were no ground scars. How do you have a 20-foot hole starting a little over a foot off the ground when the engines hang below the wings, below the fuselage? Wake up. It never happened the way they say it happened. Don't you find it odd that the accounting offices were taken out? Don't you find it odd that molten steel was seen pouring out of the Twin Towers? How do you get molten steel? Thermite, that's how you get molten steel. Don't you find it odd that no gold was found in the vaults, in the basements of the Twin Tower, when there was millions of dollars of gold and silver deposited by banks in those vaults? Don't you find any of that odd? Don't you find it odd that we can hear explosions, boom, 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 as the thermite's being detonated? Don't you find it odd that not a single steel structure building has ever collapsed in the United States due to fire except on 9/11, building number 7 in the Twin Towers? Don't you find it odd that the passport for Atta was found in all the rubble of the Twin Towers? Don't you find that odd? Because I certainly do. It never happened the way they say it happened. I've posted, I don't know, at least 100 videos on 9/11 with links that I didn't create. It never happened. So, Terry, you think whatever you like, because I sure as hell do. It never happened. Our government got us into that war that we're still in. No different than Vietnam, no different than any other war that our government's gotten us into. I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't plan Pearl Harbor, for God's sakes, with the Japanese. War is what this country needs to survive on, and it has always been at war. So, again, Terry, you think what you like. I tried to respond back to Terry's earlier comment where he attached a link on PSA 1771. I got that same comment failed to post, which is why I decided to do what I'm now doing. It never happened the way they said it happened. The Bush dynasty has been at war for over 100 years, starting off with Prescott Bush I, who sold weapons to both sides. Prescott Bush II financed or helped finance the Nazi war machine. George Bush got us into Desert Storm, and his loving son got us into the longest war in history, our recent history. It's still ongoing, and you're not going to stop it. Obama and Hillary created ISIS. Without Hillary igniting the Arab Spring, none of this insanity would be going on. This humanitarian crisis in Europe wouldn't be going on. The refugees being brought into this country wouldn't be happening. So, again, Terry, you think what you like. If you believe Flight 93 crashed in Shanksville, believe it. I could care less. My belief is based on fact. Yours, Disneyland. That's sort of what I think. And you got a darn good idea as to why I think what I think, don't you?